Hello, Enid students. My name is Miss Hunnicut. I teach at Glennwood, and I am here today to show you how to log on to QUAVER, number one, and then how to access QGrooves, a really cool song composition tool that you can use at home without our help to make any kind of song you want, whenever you want, as many as you want. So that's pretty neat, and I want everyone to know how to do it. So I'm going to record my screen as I log on, and I'm going to talk through what I'm doing just like I would if we were at school or I was at school with some of my students and I was helping them get logged on. So I'm going to start on QUAVER because a lot of you guys start on QUAVER, and I do too. It's a really easy way to get signed on. If you scroll down to instant login applications, you'll find QUAVER, which is this little silver box, and you can put a heart next to it. I've already done it, so mine now is up by favorites. And if you put a heart on yours, it'll be in favorites too. So I'm going to click that. Oops, there we go. And it is going to load for me. And if you are on a Chromebook, you'll come to the screen next. So you'll get to pick whether you do it with Flash or without Flash. To use QGrooves, the original one that I'm about to show you, you need to have it with Flash. But you can still create songs without Flash, but for today we're going to click with Flash. And I'm going to click Allow. So I'm on a Chromebook also, so this is probably really close to what's going to happen when you log into. Okay. Here we are on QUAVER Street. Let me make sure I have a little bit of sound here, but not too much. Okay, so here we are on QUAVER Street, and I'm going to go down here to Apps. When I click Apps, I see a bunch of different options. All of these things are things that you can interact with, and most of them are creatives. So over here in the studio, these are all things that we can compose and make songs, or in QDancer, you can make choreograph a dance routine. QStrum, you can create and compose a guitar song with strumming and chord patterns. QBackbeat is kind of like a drum machine, so you have lots of percussion sounds. QComposer is composing on a staff, so you're actually placing notes like you're writing a song. And QGrooves is what I'm showing you today. So, if you've never been on QGrooves before, QUAVER might pop up and give you a tutorial. You can absolutely watch that one if you want to. I'm going to go through most of the same things that he does too, but it wouldn't hurt to hear it twice. So here in QGrooves, you have a lot of options. You start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different instrument types. So you have keyboards, synth and brass, and as I click them, you see that they light up because I'm telling QGrooves that I want them in the song. Click on drums, percussion, and basses. So in those categories, let's go back up to keyboards, and you'll see that when I click on keyboards, everything up here is blue, these samples. So I know that these blue instrument parts will end up on this blue line. So for keyboards, there's a piano, an acoustic piano, a regular one, a dyno piano, or an electric piano. So you can pick which instrument you want. Let's stick with acoustic piano for now. Then I come over here and I see I can change what chord I'm in. So maybe 4th and 5th graders, you've talked about chord progressions. You can work through a chord progression as you play. So right now, all of these are going to be in C. If you haven't learned about chord progressions yet, don't even worry about it. You can just move on past this little part. Then we have style. I see rock, rap, pop, hip hop, country, R&B, Latin, electro, funk. I'm going to pick funk for today because I like funk, but I can mix around. So my keyboards can be funk, my synth brass can be something else. I can do anything I want. So I'm going to make a quick song and just show you how I do that, but yours is going to be totally different from mine. So I'm going to preview what these sounds are. Okay, see this one? And this one. I think I like 2 and 3. So I'm going to do 2 here, and I'm just going to click and drag and put them in these boxes. Each box is 4 beats right now. It's 1 measure. And then I'm going to switch to 3. Click and drag. Okay. Now I can press play and listen to what I have so far. change there for me. I'm going to press stop. It'll take me back to the beginning of my song. Now I'm going to click on synth and brass. You'll see that these turn purple, so you always know what line to drag your instrument to. And I have different instruments here again. I have synthesizer, organ, brass, or pad. So I'm going to pick organ. Come over. That was funk. How about we do a little bit of pop? Let's hear what they have. And you can see they have more than 4, so I can click this arrow over if I want to listen to number 5. Let's preview a couple of these. Kind of cool. I think I like number 3 and number 1, so I'm going to do 1 every other measure. Okay, let's go down to drums. I'll pick a couple of those. I have drum kit or drum machine. So drum kit is this what you see right here. I'm going to take it up to rock. Let's do some rock drums. Once again, I have more than just the 4. Ooh, I have 10 rock drum samples to pick from, so I'm going to listen to a few of them. Good, and I'm just clicking on preview. Let's see, let's listen to one from the end. I like that little extra sound in there, so I'm going to put this here. Maybe we'll skip that measure, make it a little dramatic. Okay, now I'm going to go through and pick some percussion and basses real quick so that we can see how to listen to the song at the end, how to save it, and all that stuff too. So I actually have some descriptions on percussion. I see cowbell, shaker, tom-tastic, tom's timbale. So they're kind of giving me information about what it sounds like. Let's try wooden rock. Very cool. So I'm going to add that every other measure where the organ isn't playing. And finally, I want to add some basses. So let me click down here. What's this one? Oh, let's not do rock. Let's do rap for the last one. Let's switch one more time. Ooh, I like that. That's funky. Okay, let's start with that. Let's do a different pattern. I don't know what this pattern will sound like. I can absolutely put something in every square if I want. It's totally up to me. All right, so I've built a song with the loops. Okay, now I'm going to listen to it for the first time, and then if I don't like some things about it, I can change it. So I'm going to come up here and press play. Right now we're at moderato tempo, which means it's not too fast and not too slow. And all of the instruments are at the same level. So they all sound just as loud as the next one. So let's listen to what it sounds like all together. I actually like my song, but I am going to change a couple of things so that we can see what to do, just in case you want to change a couple of things too. So for instance, let's say that you have a part you want to take out. Really easy. All you have to do is click that square, drag it off, just drag it off of where you're composing somewhere else in this box and let it go. And it'll disappear. So you can take that back off. If you want to make your song slower or faster, you have largo or presto as options. So if I did it presto, it'd be a lot faster. It's telling me it's going to sound different. Maybe some of the loops won't fit as well in there, but that's okay. I'm going to try that. See what this sounds like for me. Sounds like a totally different song almost. Okay, I'm going to leave it a moderato because I like that. It's telling me, hey, you're changing your song again. So I'm saying that's right. I'm changing it back now. So if I wanted to, I could make the keyboards a little quieter. I could make the synth and brass a lot louder. I can change anything about my song that I want to. And that's the incredible part of QGrooves. This is your song 100%. Okay, you can change it, and what I'm going to show you now is that you can save it and come back to it and change it again later if you want to, okay? So to save on QUAVER, you're going to scroll down and you'll see a tab here all the way to the left that says File. You see New, Open, Save. I'm going to go to Save. And it says, hey, you can't use the title My New Song. You have to come up with a different one. So I'm going to come up with my own song. So I'm going to name this or my own title rather, Miss Hunnicutt's song. I can't use all of my punctuation either, so I'm pretty close. So I'm going to click OK. And QUAVER says OK, and that means my song is saved. So let's say that I wanted to do, let's say I left this screen, I left my song. And now it's at, okay, go back. If I want to open this song again, I will go to File, click Open, and it lists all of my songs. Okay, you'll see Miss Hunnicutt's song is right there. So I could click Open, and it would load it and bring this song back up for me to change another time. So after you go away from the screen, as long as you've saved, you can open it and change the song as many times as you want, as long as you want, 100,000 times if you want to, or you can leave it how it is because it's great. I hope that everybody is going to get on QGrooves and try it out soon because it's an awesome way to compose songs, especially with this time at home. I challenge my students to compose a song about being at home. So if you want to kind of try it out and you're not sure what to start with, maybe you can start with that. It was good to see you. I'll see you later.